You want to be great, you got to work at it, right?
Work on three. 1, 2, 3. Word.
Eyes up.
Go. Break it down.
Hit that quick. Let's go, Blue. Give me some juice.
Stay low, step to contact.
Set the angle. He can bring you down.
Catch, tight turn.
Make sure he's set. We're moving. Use that stiff arm when you need it.
Next level.
Stick it. That's what I'm talking about. Good job. I like it.
Hey, Giants on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Boom, to the house.
Welcome to All Access Giants Training Camp, brought to you by Hospital for Special Surgery. I'm Bob Papa. Giants wrap up the preseason on Saturday night when they take on the Jets. We got a big show lined up for you. Sean OHara does a training camp drill with Bobby Okereke. You don't want to miss that, plus sights and sounds of the Giants training camp and preseason win against the Carolina Panthers. But to get things started, the head coach of the New York Giants, Brian Daboll, joins us. And Coach, on Saturday night, you got your final preseason game. One last opportunity for evaluation. As you take a look at your players and the work they've put in, what are some of the things that you'll look for in this game that could break a tie?
Yeah, well, look, versatility is always important, but you know how they play in this game will go a long way. There's I'd say still some undecided roster spots, and this will be an important game for a lot of those players that are competing to make our squad.
Obviously, special teams plays a key role in all of this. I'm guessing every special teams rep, whether it's a coverage team or a return team, will be scrutinized pretty closely.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, some of these guys that are on the bottom fringe of potentially making our team have to be able to do multiple things, both, I'd say, offense, defensively in terms of their role, and then also in the kicking game. So it'll be a good evaluation process for us after this game.
As of this recording, the word is that Aaron Rodgers is going to play a little bit for the Jets. That's a great test for your guys, whether it's the young guys or the veteran guys that are in there, to see how they handle that.
Yeah, I mean, what I've told our team is we're going to focus on our process and us, and you know, whoever the opponent is in the preseason, that's who the opponent is. So let's just make sure that we're good with our fundamentals, that we're proving the things that we need to improve on, that we're playing with effort and energy and ultimately execution.
What are some of the things for you as a head coach and a staff that you've enjoyed seeing progress so far during this camp?
Yeah, I just think the overall improvement of the team and then how the team is coming together. Again, you won't really know that until you're in the heat of things and things aren't going well in terms of handling adversity. But you know, our guys are, you know, they're good guys. They work well together. I think they enjoy being around one another, and then all of them have improved in some facet of their game and things that, you know, we need them to improve on. So, you know, we've had a good training camp up to this point. Still a ways to go, but we're making progress.
One of the things that's been kind of fun to watch is what you've done with the guard position, whether it's in practice or in the preseason games, giving guys a lot of opportunities. Is that one of those situations where it's not only a physical thing where you're testing them, but a mental thing?
Yeah, I think we have smart offensive linemen. We've since OTAs and through camp, I mean, those guys have had over 500 plus reps. So whether they play on the left side, the right side, the communication between, I'd say, all 5 of the players is, I'd say, pretty high. They're all smart guys. They're able to work well with one another. And again, I think it's important to give everybody a fair opportunity to show what they can do. And that's all we're trying to do.
Obviously, 2 players touch the football on every play, the center and then the quarterback. Schmitz has gotten a lot of reps, not only in practice, but in these preseason games. What are some of the things that have jumped out about him as he's assumed this role? Yeah,
he's been pretty consistent. He's got a level head. He's intelligent. You know, for a young player to make a bunch of calls, you know, there's a lot on his plate, but he works extremely hard. He meets extra with DJ, his offensive line coaches, and he's improved, you know, since he's been here. Again, he's going to go through some things that, you know, typical rookies do when they play, but, you know, he's, again, made steady strides.
I'll use this as an example that could pertain to other positions, but John Michael told me the other day that one of the things is, like, when he's going through practice or after practice, Dexter Lawrence will give him some pointers. Not only are they going against each other, but then there's an intel picking each other's brain. How important is that for teams to be collaborative with players, not just with the coaches?
I'd say very important. And all the good ones I've been around have done it well. So whether it's Dexter with John Michael, whether it's Adoree with a receiver, what Bobby sees, vice versa, maybe AT sees something that a defensive end Thibodeau or Aziz is doing. I think that collaboration is just as important as the position-to-position collaboration.
I know this is a final question, but it's one that you don't enjoy answering. But You're going to have to get rid of a lot of good football players come this week. That's the rule. You got to get down from your 90. Yep. How hard is it this time of year for you and a staff to have to say you're not good enough to be on our team this year or right now?
Yeah, I'd say it's a difficult day. First and foremost, it's a difficult day for those players that are being released. But I'd say just from the seat that I sit in, it's my least favorite day of the year. Because you have a great appreciation for what those guys put into it. You know, they're trying to improve at their craft. They're here, some of them since April, some, through March, all the way through to now, working and trying to make the most of their opportunity. And you can only keep a certain amount of players, and that's the way for every team. But, I think empathy goes a long way. But, again, a tough day, I'd say, first and foremost for the players, but it's also tough for the decision makers as well.
Coach, we appreciate the time throughout camp. Best of luck on this game on Saturday night.
Thanks, Bob.
That's the head coach of the New York Football Giants, Brian Daboll. When we come back, Madeline Burke and Brandon London join us. They'll take a look at the sights and sounds of the Giants' victory against the Carolina Panthers on All Access Giants Training Camp, brought to you by Hospital for Special Surgery. The Giants Foundation will host a 5K race and kids run presented by Quest on Sunday, October the 8th at 9 a.m. at MetLife Stadium. Net proceeds will benefit the Giants Foundation. All participants will receive a commemorative T-shirt, and after the race, stay for a post-race festival with appearances by Giants legends and a live DJ. Register now at giants.com/5K.
Which teammate do you want to sit next to him? I want to sit next to Hottie and Dex. Jamie Gillen.
What, me? Yeah, understand me? My boy JC, swaggy since you hear me?
Trey Hawkins. I'm Pick Tay. I gotta sit next to my son, Darren Waller, to make sure he doesn't act up.
My boy Saquon Barkley.
Jay Sean Corbin, because he always let me get the window seat. Nice guy.
Corey Cunningham, Tyree, Andy Thomas, Lowe.
Right here, this pal.
Ben, Shane, John Michael, Wyatt, the whole offensive line. If I miss you, I'm sorry. Hottie. Oh. And Big Ab, of course. I can't remember yet.
I'm not sitting next to a lineman.
No.
I'm not sitting next to a
You know which teammate I would pick?
Who?
This one right here.
Oh,
Brandon London.
okay. Our window.
A window, obviously.
Oh, because I'm an owl guy.
This is why. This is called teammate chemistry right there.
And we didn't even know we were going to do that or say that.
You know, that's how it works right here. Welcome back to the show, All Access Giants Training Camp, presented by Hospital for Special Surgery. Brandon London, Madeline Burke, we're having fun out here today.
Absolutely, and we had fun at the first home preseason game, and the players did as well. That's why we got some sights and some sounds.
All right, here we go. Hey, enjoy the moment. Take advantage of every opportunity you get. 1 on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, new thugs, new stadium. Let's eat.
Y'all have fun today for us. Another opportunity to go make money, go make plays, and step yourself in the league and for the team. Let's have fun and enjoy the
Work, baby, work. It gotta be in you, baby. It gotta be in you, you hear me?
Let's go, man. First game in that big boom. Let's get it, man. Let's get active. Let's have a day.
The G-Men here today. We got people that need to make the team and people that's going to be great. And I plan to be great today. Welcome to New York. Let's go. Johnson on me, Johnson. 3, 1, 2, 3.
Breida in motion on a 2nd and 3. Jones again to Waller, and it's a first down Giants.
You can see the matchup problem is he's a big target. He's got small corners on him, and he runs like a wide receiver.
On a 3rd and 7. Jones with time. Jones to Waller. First down to the 29-yard line.
Waller 3 catches for 30 yards on this opening drive. That's got Giant fans around New York excited.
Slayton's in the right slot. Jones, Bellinger, touchdown Giants. So the Giants go 75 yards on their opening drive. Jones to Bellinger, and they take the early lead.
Hey, nice job, fellas. That's the way. Good work. Good start. Good start. Good job. Good start.
All right, keep it going. Let's fly around to that football. Anybody get a pursuit there?
It was incomplete. It was like,
Get him up.
yeah, it was like.
Fly around to that ball. Let's make plays.
2nd and 8 for the Panthers. Young out of the gun. Hubbard to his right. 3 receivers left. Takes the snap. Looking left. Pressured. And take it down. Thibodeau with a sack. from the blind side, brought him down back to the 17-yard line.
Hey, Bob.
They can't block you. You get off the ball, they can't block you.
If I had him that second time, that would have been nasty.
That was a hell of a rush, too. Hey, just keep on coming. Great angles, great feet. That's good.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
2nd and 10. Hyatt remains in, stacked with Campbell. Taylor. Hyatt, touchdown for the rookie. That's how you make up for the drop.
Yeah, he ran a post corner right at the safety. Looks like he was jogging, and then he put on the Jets.
Gray is the back. They'll give it to him. Bust through the line to the 5. He's pinning defenders and chugging his way to the goal line. Touchdown! Eric Gray, the rookie. A bulldozer from 9 yards out and a Giants touchdown.
Well, no gray area there for Eric Gray as he just bowled over defenders. What a hard run, tough physical run right there.
I'm glad we talked about that celebration.
So 1:47 to go. 4th and 10 for Carolina from their own 20. Giants lead by 2. Luton with time. Luton dropped by Gilbert again. But that's a good one to drop because you take over at the 20.
And that'll do it as the Giants jump out to a big lead and then hold on for a 21-19 lead over the Panthers.
First one. In New York at home? Hey, that was lovely. You hear me? That was lovely.
Man, first time in MetLife, first dub, scored a touchdown. It don't get no better than that, man. Love for the fans, love this organization, man. Go Big Blue.
Everybody's chatty when you get a dub.
Obviously. Great to get a good preseason win for those Giants. We've got more to come on the show. Stay with us. All Access Giants Training Camp presented by Hospital for Special Surgery continues after this. Welcome back to All Access Giants Training Camp presented by Hospital for Special Surgery. Brandon London and Madeline Burke hanging out on the practice field. And Brandon, there's a lot of creative ways these guys work on preparing for different situations in a game.
Yeah, and our very own Sean OHara, who was a great run blocker, goes one-on-one with Bobby Okereke, who's great at stopping the run. These two go through the X's and O's of schemes, all that stuff. You're going to want to check this out.
Hey, Sean OHara here alongside Bobby Okereke. We are down here on the field, training camp. Appreciate you putting a little extra work here.
Yes, sir.
How is your first training camp with the Giants going?
It's good. It's exciting. You know, I'm just getting used to my new teammates, new scheme, and have a lot of fun out here.
Well, you fit in really well, and I know that they love having you kind of leading the way and getting everybody on the same page. So
yes, sir.
Just kind of show us and show me, if you got a lineman uncovered center and he's coming up to block you, like what are your thoughts? What are you doing with your hands, and how are you trying to shed the block and still make the tackle?
Yeah, so I think first thing I'm reading the run. I'm seeing whether it's inside zone or outside zone. So if I get inside zone, boom, I'm gonna attack half a man. So get some leverage, attack half the man on his body. And then I really just wanna punch him very physically, see if I can put his butt in the gap, and then I can shut off and try to make a tackle. If it's outside zone, I gotta judge the speed of the running back. If it's outside zone and he's flying to the edge, I'm just gonna get on my track, run, give you a quick stiff arm, and go on my track and make a play. But let's say if it's more of a diagonal path, the running back's downhill, so, you know, they talk about stretch and cut. If I think he's gonna stretch and cut, if you're trying to cut me off, I'm just gonna hit you, put you back in the gap, and then when the running back cuts back, fall off and make a tackle. So you kind of got to key the run, and you know that'll indicate how you play the block.
So I can't help but notice you got these long arms. So I know that's the first thing as a blocker. It's like, all right, I know he's going to be able to create some space and some separation. That's key for you, right?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, they talk about that Bruce Lee 3-inch punch. You know, if I can get to you before you get to me, that's going to stun you, stop your momentum. So.
Right. All right, so let's morph now. The run game, obviously, everything now on offenses, it's all about the RPO. So
Yeah.
run, pass, option. We're trying to fool you. So take us through, line up as the Mike linebacker. We've got an offensive line set up right here.
Yep.
Now, you mentioned kind of reading your keys right here. All right, as you're reading an offense, are you looking at the offensive lineman and seeing the running backs, or are you looking at the running back and the quarterback and just kind of seeing the O-line?
Yeah, I'm looking at the running back and I'm periphering the O-line. I had a great coach tell me, over key, under key. So my over key is the running back and the quarterback. Like, the most important thing is tackle the ball. So even if the O-line's going that way, but the ball goes that way, my primary key is taking me the ball. But if I over key the running back and then in my periphery, I see the O-line, whether they're full zone this way or down with a pull that way, I'll feel that. You just kind of get that feel after repetition. But yeah, my primary key is just the ball.
So take me through, all right, quarterbacks, all right, there's a couple different ways they can open up, right? Just a straight open up for a handoff, or there's the reverse pivot, right? How does that change the way that you respond?
I think the reverse pivot is tough because, especially when you're keying the run, you feel his movement that way. So it might get you to jump that way, but when he comes back, you still have time, because if you mirror his footwork, you'll be in a good spot. But if you're overreactive and when he reverse outs and you crossover run and then he comes back, then you've lost a step, O-lineman get leverage on you. So
gotcha.
It's really about having disciplined footwork in the box.
Okay, how does that change when he goes shotgun now? Because now it's a little bit different, right?
Yeah,
now the read's here.
Exactly, read's here, I can keep my depth. If he's in the shotgun, I'm really just reading that, mesh point. Or if he keeps it, probably RPO, and if he hands it off, I'm just triggering for the run.
So, Bobby, thanks so much for the time. Really appreciate it. It's Bobby OHara, Giants fans.
Thank you, brother.
Call me biased, but the receiver in me, just pull it and throw it.
Of course a wide receiver would say that. Of course a receiver would say that. But you know what? For Bobby OHara, we know what a beast he can be against the run, and we're looking forward to seeing a lot more of that this season.
Absolutely.
But we've got a lot more show for you as well. All Access Giants Training Camp presented by Hospital for Special Surgery continues after this.
Welcome back to All Access Giants Training Camp, brought to you by Hospital for Special Surgery. Jordon Riley has certainly had a good camp and a good preseason. He had a chance to visit with Madeline Burke.
I'm Madeline Burke here with Giants rookie defensive tackle Jordon Riley. Jordon, first of all, a few weeks into your first training camp, your first preseason, how are you feeling so far?
It's the grind, man. I'm just enjoying the process. Just taking it all in, taking the coaching, and just enjoying this, this bonding time we have with my new teammates.
You talk to some of these guys in the front office, and they'll be like, you look at Jordon Riley on a field, and this man stands out. You can't teach size. As far as the adjustment, though, coming in here and the coaching that you've been getting, what is the biggest thing and the biggest adjustment in your game that you feel like you've had to make?
I really just had emphasis on my technique. A lot of times, in college, you're a lot stronger, a lot bigger than those guys. But, in the NFL, everyone's big, everyone's just as talented. So you really have to rely on your technique.
What's your approach? How do you lock in and how do you dive into adjusting or learning these things?
Just taking the coaching. I think the coaching staff we have here, it does a great job to, diagnose the film, to a T, and then having older vets, that been here and have over 100 plus snaps, that really helps too.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about the vets too in that room. You got Dex and Leo and Ashawn and all that. What's your relationship like with those guys?
Oh man, they all take me on their wing. Those guys are real fun to be around. They was telling me a lot of vets don't do that. A lot of these people, they've been in the league so long. They don't have to take time out their day to try to help the younger guys coming up. But I think with these group of guys, man, they take time and they really try to make sure you get into a technique and getting through the plays and stuff like that. So,
what's the biggest surprise to you at the NFL level, do you think?
I think the speed, how fast everything goes. I thought college was pretty fast, but nah, in the NFL, it's pretty fast, very fast.
Pretty fast, but so far in the preseason, we've seen you making an imprint, right? In this game last week on Friday against Carolina, you had a huge play, 4th and 1 stop right there that set up the Giants offense for a touchdown. I'm sure you've seen that play a few times on film since.
Right.
Walk me through what happened there.
Just taking the coach. I know a few series there, my technique wasn't as great. Wink and Dre got on me about my technique. So, when the team needed the most, I really try to dial in and focus on that particular technique. So that's what we're down.
What are you proudest about that you left on film so far in these first couple preseason games, and what do you want to leave on film in this final preseason game heading into the regular season?
I think I pretty put on tape. I could establish the run. I think that was the big emphasis coming in. Just to transition from college to NFL, just seeing how I would do against the run. But now transitioning to the last game, I kind of want to add more to my package. I've been trying to work on my pass rush. Being able to affect the game a little bit more than the run.
We've heard Aaron Rodgers is going to be playing on Saturday. You just going to get after him?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Yes, that's the plan.
We look forward to seeing it. Jordon Riley, thank you so much for taking the time today. Wishing you continued success.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Jordon Riley certainly has stood out in the preseason games and in practice. Unique athleticism and someone who can certainly help the Giants in 2023. Well, that wraps it up for the show. Don't forget, Sunday Night Football, the Giants season opener right here on NBC4 New York on Sunday, September the 10th from MetLife Stadium. As we say goodbye, we wanted to bring you the sights and sounds of Giants Training Camp 2023. We hope you've enjoyed All Access Giants Training Camp, brought to you by Hospital for Special Surgery.
We're back at it. Feel good. We feel great. Let's work, baby. Let's do it. Let's work.
Trying to get to work. Hey, good. Keep that energy up. Go.
Giants on me. Giants on 3. 1, 2, 3. Giants.